Hello everyone. Hello Flosstube. Hello family. Hello friends. I'm Gail and this is my Flosstube YouTube channel, Gail's Golden Needle. Welcome. I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching. And to all of you who have been with me and have been patient waiting for another video, thank you so much. It's been a while since I've done a video, but it's been busy. My days off are really consumed with either doctor appointments, tests, procedures. For me or my husband, we seem to be at that age where the doctor seems to want to poke and prod everything, you know. The weather here in Chicago has been crazy. We have had storms. We had a bad one last night. The tree across the street got hit by lightning. So a big branch came down and it was across the street. Just missed my van. So they finally came this morning and cut it up because you couldn't even get down the street. There were dumb people that were trying to there's cars parked on both sides and they're trying to turn around to go back down a one-way street instead of just reversing. Same people who can't parallel park, I'm sure. But right now it's sunny and hot. I am really hot. It's been hot here. We hit 100, real feel 103 the other day. In fact, that was the day that the air conditioning went out at the hospital. Ooh, that was a day. So I've been hot since, and I just can't seem to cool down since. But I'm here to talk to you today more about all of my needleworks. I do a variety of different ones, and I will primarily show the cross stitch in the beginning, but I do wool applique and English paper piecing and some other crafts, and I just can't wait to show you some of the things that I have working on. So let's get started. I have a finish. Okay, where did I put it? Oof, it's a mess here. This is, you'll probably recognize the bag. Big hint on the bag, right? This is All Souls Verlanden by Quiltify Designs. I'm sorry, this is kind of a poor printout. Big. I don't know, there's like 20 pages or something to this thing. And I did this on, I'll keep my little card here, 18 count shale. Okay. I'm gonna put the bag over here. You know me, there we go, I'll pick it up later. And where is my, here it is. Oh, I gotta move these guys. Here's my board. It doesn't quite fit on the board, but we'll try and put it on the board. I am so happy with this. Okay. Let's see if I can get it all in. There it is. All Souls Verlanden. Like I said, it's an 18 count shale, and I stitch it with 310. So I'll bring it up close, except for, maybe I should get the clips. Let me clip this, just so we have, the clips aren't even gonna fit. There we go. Okay, there we go, it's a little better. So on the letters that are scattered through, I moved one so that it was down here. The G I switched out with, I think, the P. And I did those in a purple. And I'm trying to remember, I think it was maybe 184 or something like that. I can't remember. But that's the only purple I put in there. And I put my initials that way. So I did finish it in 2023. I did change out another little animal. I'm trying to find him. Oh, right here. I put a reindeer. It might have been an error on the chart, but it was almost like a 5-legged animal. And I was like, I don't get this. But I wanted to put in a deer, so I put in a deer. Other than that, I think everything is charted. So all done. And I'm really happy with it. So, that's been, I started that in 2020. And I believe it was in March, like March 15th, the Ides of March. So yeah. Okay. Now, what else have I got here? Oh boy. I have some works in progress. And this one I've been working on in the car, and I made a mistake in my last video, and I'm so sorry. But this was from an inspiration by, let me just pull this to the back. Sorry. Like I said, stop mid going, oh, gotta get to work. This one is Don't Piss Off the Fairies by the Primitive Hair. It's a freebie. 2023 freebie that you can get off of her blog, I think. Okay. And I'm doing this one on, let's see if I put it on here. I believe it might be shale as well. I think it's shale also. No? Yes. I think it's shale also. And I'm using, let me pull it out. I'm using, it's only 2 threads. So I'm using Shaker Rose Garden and Gentle Arts Garden Gate. So what I had in my stash. I think Garden Gate was the called for. So, and this is what it looks like so far. Almost complete. Almost complete. I gotta finish filling her in here and then finish the word fairies. So she stays on the hoop because it's in my, go in the car, stitch in the morning before work, you know, try to get that zen feeling. Anybody else? Stitch in the morning before you have to go to work, like, a little zen. Okay. Next up, I have been working on, because this was also, All Souls was also, I used on my Whip Go for July. So for July, it was Fall Halloween, a free space, and miscellaneous. So for Fall Halloween, I did All Souls, and I completed it and finished, and I just feel so good. This Whip Go is really kind of helping me think about, okay, what is close to a finish that fits in that category, and let's try and work on that for the month and concentrate on it. So I've been really concentrating on some bigger projects to get them done. And then on the free space, I did Gone to Pieces by Long Dog Sampler. And I made this bag also, just a bag. So let's show you the picture. I'm sorry, it's in the thing. Here we go. Long Dog Samplers. And I changed up some of the colors. Generally about the same that they wanted, like a gold and a gray and a coral and a rose and a purple and a brown. So but I just changed them up a little bit. This is in my scroll. And again, I'm sorry for the threads, but I've been working on them. So this is where I'm at. And this is some fabric that I dyed. An 18 count that I dyed with some gray. Excuse me. So I worked a lot. I did all of this is what I worked on. I think last time you saw, it was like this was all done. So this is what I've been working on. I brought this down. I finished all of these. So now I'm filling in with the gold that I chose. And the gold that I chose for this is, there was some leftover Grecian gold from Emily's house. So there we are. I do enjoy this. This one is a lot of fun. So I like to just pick it up and work on it. I wish I could take it in the car, but I can't. That's like, oh, I can't take that one in the car. Okay, so All Souls goes in here. And then for miscellaneous, which also kind of fell into fall, Halloween. All Souls was more Halloween. Fall, and I think of her as fall. And so I worked on Mirabilia. This is Woods Goddess, Cathedral Woods Goddess. I think it's Cathedral Woods Goddess. And that's her. This is my first Mirabilia. No, well, my first Mirabilia. I've done 2 Nor Corbetts over there somewhere. And they had some beads, and they had some Kreinik. But this has beads and Kreinik. And yes, I am working from the top down, and I'm filling in as much as I can. I do have it on a scroll rod. Yes, I'm going to be rolling it, but I've got white wool that I think I can be able to cushion in there, a couple pieces. I don't want to use batting because I think it'll be too fuzzy and really catch maybe on the Kreinik and the beads, but I think the wool will be a good cushion for it. And roll it, not so tight, but roll it. Because this is like 80%. When I looked at this, all this right here is all Kreinik and beads. That whole bodice. Haven't quite got all the way down on that. This I am stitching on, what am I stitching this on? Let me see. I'm stitching this on Fiber on a Whim 16 count Cypress. Oh, it's beautiful fabric. Beautiful fabric. And let me put the board behind there because I'm trying to work with the sunshine today. So this is where I'm at with her. I think last time I'd had her face done and maybe part of her bodice. I had her head and some of the antlers in. But now I've like put in a lot of the beads. You can see the beads and more Kreinik. So, oh, she's looking really cool. So all this empty space is still a lot of beads. A lot of beads. And I still have to put all the beads over here and some back stitching. Love her. This has been really fun. And it's very time consuming and you gotta concentrate because these leaves are like confetti. They're like all over the place. You know, we do like the color changes and everything. So, but it's been very enjoyable. I have 3 different needles on here, one for Kreinik, one for the floss, and one for the beads. So they stay on there like that. All right. Next up, what have we got? I think that's it for the cross stitch whips. I will go into a little bit of like haul. I haven't gotten much. I did buy Weeks Dye Works Fathom. Let me take it out for you. And I have a plan for that. I'm going to be starting some new things in August, my birthday month. So this is a beautiful like blue-black. Oh, I don't know if you can see the blue-black. Let me see. I don't know. It's got some blue-black to it. You can see a little bit of the blue in there. So yeah. So I have some plans. Halloween coming up. And for Whip Go for August, my blocks are Winter Christmas, which I can do winter. We'll see about Christmas. And Fall Halloween again. So I'm really excited for my birthday month to have Fall Halloween. Then I went with some friends to a warehouse here that is called 2121. Everyone refers to it as 2121. It's 2121 21st Street. It's a fabric warehouse. Now, I mean warehouse. Don't wear your Sunday best there. It's not filthy. It's just a little dusty because it's, I don't know how they even do the inventory in this place. It is a block, a city block, 2 stories. I think there's a third, but they don't really use that. There's all these staircases and backways. There's really no elevator unless they have a service elevator, I'm sure. There's these rooms and you can go back. I went out back in this corner into this one room. In the basement was the same way. The ceiling is low, like a typical Chicago basement. But I found some wool and I found some zippers. I went there for 2 things. I mean, you can get anything there. I mean, it's just bolts and bolts and bolts and bolts of all kinds of fabrics, all kinds of, there's a room that's just leather. I walked in and walked out because it really smelled like a barn. I'm like, gotta go. But just everything. So I got a whole bunch of zippers to make bags. So I had some fun pulling some colors. You really had to like get in there in this corner. My friend went with me. She's like, yeah, we're getting lost. I hope they get, you know. I mean, it really was. And there are crates, like wooden shipping crates that you just dig through, and yeah, kind of fun. And then I got, like I said, some wool. And some people have been asking about some wool. So I bought this really beautiful wool. You wouldn't believe what I paid for it. I can't even believe. And it's a heavier wool. So it's like outerwear wool. It's 100% wool. I mean, this is heavy. They have wool for making suits and gabardine and stretch wools and all kinds of other things. But I found this, the black. And so I cut off a piece and I did felt it. So let me hold it up next to each other. And there's just a slight difference. I don't even know if you can really see the difference. But what I try to tell some others who've been asking about the wool and going and buying wool and then felting it, you wash it so that it generally doesn't fray on the edge, but maybe a little bit, but this really locks in any fraying and it doesn't stretch on the bias. I mean, it really doesn't stretch. So that's why you felt it. So there's no stretch and there's no fraying. And it just tightens the weave. So I got some wool. I got lots of wool. I'm real excited. So then, speaking of wool, I've been working on some wool projects. And this is one that I'm really, now this background is not wool. The background on this, I used flannel because wool's expensive. And so flannel is less. So I use flannel for the background a lot of times, and I put SF101 on the back. This one has the white SF, but I did find the black SF. And these are my cute little snow people. I'm almost finished with them. I have a couple more embellishments, and I did buy an embellishment pack. So they have their glasses and their tie and a necklace and a cute little button here. Still have to make her purse, so that's coming. And then I went and got some pom-poms that have some sparkle to it. You can kind of see the sparkles in her pom-pom. And then I have fun doing, I did her hair and just some loops. Generally, the stitch that I did around all of this was just a whip stitch. I think I did do a blanket stitch on the bottom of his little sweater. I did some back stitch here. This is called a drizzle stitch. And, oh, I did some colonial knots here in her hat. And the eyes are with colonial knots as well. Now, some of the stitches, I use this book, Creative Stitching by Sue Spargo. So, and that's where I can find the drizzle stitch, and it's a fun stitch. So that's some wool work that I did. I also worked on some English paper piecing. I've been working on doing some Christmas, some birthday gifts and some Christmas gifts. Trying to get those done. So on the, oh, and I just wanted to mention one more thing on the wool. Sorry, before we go on to English paper piecing. So when I'm stacking the pieces as I go to embellish them, I use a double-sided fusible stabilizer. Now this one is, I first started off with getting, I think this is this is Heat and Bond Light. And it's pretty good, this Heat and Bond Light. I'll put it on there. Heat and Bond Light, I got at Joann's, off of the bolt. And it's good. What I feel for, because I have bought before where the paper is much thinner and almost feels like a wax paper, that was so hard to get the paper off. It was just too hard to get the paper off. And I like this, it almost feels like paper. And then this one is Pellon 805. And it's a little bit stronger. So if you have a wool that is, it's Pellon 805. I wrote it on there. These have worked very well for me. So I hope that they work for you. I generally, to the back, I put the first layers or whatever needs to be done. And then I just keep adding the layers as I go to iron it. I do use steam. I give it a good burst, like that sound effects, and then hold it for a second or two, and then lift it up and just check. Let it cool down before you peel off any paper. So, okay, there. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out to me through Instagram or through my email, Gail'sGoldenNeedle@gmail.com. So I'm happy to help answer any questions. Now let's go on to, oh, I'm sorry, I should have told what that, the snow people, I keep going back and forth, don't I? I'm so sorry. The snow people are Frosty Friends by Kathy Schmitz. I guess you're going to Kathy Schmitz website, www.kathyschmitz.com. I think so. So, Kathy Schmitz, Snow People. And I believe her pattern is done with fabrics. And I did take a picture because I saw one done at a shop where they sell the embellishments in the wool. And they had done them all in wool. So, aren't they cute? So, that's where I got the idea. All right. English paper piecing. Let's get on to English paper piecing. I've been working on some English paper piecing. This is a work in progress right now. That's going to be a project bag in the future. I think it's going to be going this way. It has more rows. I'm going up and down. I think it goes this way. So this is English paper piecing. And I do the flat back stitch. So you really can't see my stitches on the front. So I'm going to show you the back. So maybe you can see, my stitches are, oh here, you can see some stitching here. So it's just a flat back stitch. So I'm sewing like this. Okay, maybe you can see it here. And then this is another one that I started working on, some more of the stars. I have to fill in with the diamonds. So I like doing these because it's a lot of fun. I like the kaleidoscope effect that you can get with fabrics. So this is a lot of fun. So I've been working on that. Now, what else have I got? Oh, let me show you this. So I made the one little, I took one jewelry box. It was small that I made for myself that I took apart, pulled it apart and put some fabric in there and some embellishments and made a traveling sewing box for myself. And here's another one that I did. So this one, I like this size. So it's more square. And so this is the same kind of fabrics, but I do like the layout of this one as well. So yeah, I took out this center. This is where the rings were. I pulled that out. So, yep. And then there's the pocket. Now it had hooks in it. I pulled the hooks out because I want to be able to showcase fabric there. So, this is one of my boxes. I have plans to try and make some more. So, let's see. I can't wait. With maybe some other colors as well. All right. Now I'm trying to think. This is going to be a short one, isn't it? Yes, again, a short one. Sorry. Well, sorry, but not sorry. So plans. WhipGo. The plans are, what did they call? Again, winter Christmas and fall Halloween. 18 and 24. So for August, it'll be more fall Halloween, which I'm so excited, and winter Christmas. Although with Amy, we took a little break from our A Year in the Woods series by Cottage Garden Samplings. And so we're starting up. I believe it's this coming weekend. We're going to start either Friday night, Saturday, depending on our weeks, how we feel about getting a start going. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to start the owl. So that's our next one in the series, is the barn owl. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this with Amy from Maybe Stitchery. And there's some other people that have been doing this series as well. A lot of people finished this series. So, and these, I'm going to be doing it on, I had to really work at what this was, because it was a scrap. It's 18 count, and I believe it's Dill by Picture This Plus. Oh my goodness, let me put this board up again. I keep putting the board away. So here we go. I'm going to do this. So it's Dill. I think that'll be pretty. A little bit darker than that. More like that. There it is. That's the color. And then these are the flosses. I still have to do some floss drops. So these are the colors that are going to go on there. I'm just using one of the fancy floss. She usually calls for one fancy floss, and this is Weeks Dye Works Carrot. And when I look at these colors, I always think, wow, that's an orange and that's a blue in there. But once you get it stitched up, it just works. It works. And I can't wait to do this tree. This is so cool. I love this tree and this tree branch. This is going to be, I'll get the pattern, but it's quite a pattern in there. Look at that eyes. So that's the plan for next weekend. We're going to start that. And I'm going to continue on with probably Woods Goddess and Gone to Pieces. And then for winter, I'm thinking some Christmas. I might pull out Red Christmas. We'll see. And maybe work on that for a couple of days. But there is one that I really wanted to get a big chunk done on it, and that is Hold the Door. It's a reference to Game of Thrones, Hodor, and winter is coming. So it's winter. In my mind, it's winter is coming. So I can use winter on that one. Well, I think that's all I have. I don't think I have anything else hiding under here. Like I said, I've got a mess. My room's a bomb went off. I got stuff everywhere because I'm working on all kinds of things. And I've been having a lot of fun. Not really stitching every day. I do in the mornings. I will say that. Okay, I do stitch every day in the mornings. But when I come home from work, or even on Wednesdays, my days off, I might stitch a tiny bit in the morning right after my coffee, because that's a routine I have. But then I've been working on other things, like wool, sewing, English paper piecing, just trying to pull out some of those other needleworks that I love doing and kind of miss and have been put aside for so long. So those are my plans. That's what I'm working on. Thank you for stopping by and seeing what I have to share. I hope everyone is having a good summer. I hope it's not too hot where you are. It's been hot everywhere. And the rains, we haven't had to water our grass yet all summer. Even the parks, the grass is green. Usually they're brown by now. You don't want to sit down on it. But everybody's sitting in the parks now because it's so lush and lovely. So, everyone, take care, be kind, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.